Hey babes. So, true enough, we are all our own individual persons, and we all have our own internal things that we deal with on a daily basis, like anxieties and um, insecurities, self-consciousness, overthinking. So these things are triggered, okay? So the only way to conquer your triggers that you have is when you rationalize with yourself and you think outside of your own life square and realize that the world is going on around you. The world is going on around you, and you're just a person in it, just like everyone else is a person in it. But once you realize that not as much attention is on you as you feel like it is, and once you think about the fact that even if another person outside of yourself does have some kind of thought or opinion, it's over with after that moment passes. But you, on the other hand, are still basking in it when it's really over already. So you feel good when you're at home, when you look in the mirror, when you're in your car, when you're with yourself and your loved ones, when you're in your own space. But when you're outside of that space and you're in the world with others, that's when your self-consciousness is triggered. That's when your overthinking is triggered. That's when your social anxiety is triggered. That's when whatever your anxieties are triggered. Now, those are aspects that you are dealing with on a personal basis that you're working on a second to second basis if you consciously choose to do so. So being bald and knowing that you're beautiful, but going around about by going around about and curving those anxieties and things of the sort is something that you consciously have to work on and reprogram yourself, just like everything else that you're dealing with as a person. So true enough, it takes conscious effort on a daily basis to make it a memory of your own, to like a muscle memory for your brain to do it on autopilot, where if you choose to be bald, or being bald is a aspect of your life, even if it's not by choice, it is something that you choose to be confident in because you know that you look good when you left the house. You know that you were fine when you left, okay? You knew that you were fine when you left. So when things of the world occur, you have to think to yourself, the world is bigger than this space that I'm in. The world, you're just another person in the whole world. And true enough, if anyone has an opinion or whatever, it's only for a second, and then that's it. While on the other hand, you are obsessing about it. So obsessing about being anxious and obsessing about what you think somebody else thinks is something that you have to work with yourself with, if that is the kind of person you are and you're working on changing it. So if it's something that you're working on changing, you can't beat yourself up about it. You have to make it an everyday thing to conquer it. That is the only way to conquer it. is to consciously choose to do so by any means necessary. So, my hair has grown back a little bit. You have to be really close to see, and I did get razor bumps from the situation that I had, and I did find the foam that I bought. I actually did buy a shaving cream foam, and but when I went to the closet, I grabbed the wrong thing, but that's a whole nother video. So I've been what I call legitly bald, like shiny bald, and I got a compliment today, and it made me feel good, and it snapped me into the realization that everything that I think others are thinking, or that I think that they think, or that I think that they feel about how I look, is what I think. I have no way of, I don't have the superpower of mind reading. So what we do is we project things onto our daily life and occurrences and situations that might not be the truth, and that is delusional. It's delusional. So we have to snap out of the delusion, the delusions that we make ourselves in regard to being bald. Don't do it. Work on not doing it. I'm gonna work on not doing it. Let's do it together. You put in the comments what a situation that you had when you realized that you were overthinking and it really wasn't that big a deal, or you knew that you were as sexy and as fly as you was when you left, and then you projected into your scenario situations that really weren't anything like you probably thought that you were diving into. That's like driving up to a place, and all the emotion that you feel and the anxieties that occur when you get there before you open the door and get out are all things that are all aspects of whatever that you are projecting yourself. But realistically, you go through the whole night or the social interaction or whatever, and then you get back in your car that night and you realize that it really wasn't nothing like you thought, that you had actually got compliments. Not that compliments really matter that much, but they do help. They do help. And you realize that it wasn't nothing like you thought that it would be when you first pulled up. This is happening daily, but we don't realize it when we're actually in the moment, that second. But we are able to look back on it, just like everything else, beautifully orchestrated for us to look back and realize how what's really going on. It's really you, but it really, I had to look at myself. It's really you, but with conscious effort and a reality check, being bald is a learning experience, a life experience, a self-confidence light bulb that you didn't even know that you had up there and in here. So with that being said, I would like to say and remind you all and us all that what we think and how we feel are not always reality. The reality is you're beautiful inside out. The reality is you pull it off. If you didn't pull it off, I don't think that a part of you would keep it up like that. And if it's not a choice, then the same goes. You know you're beautiful. You know that you're pulling it off. And deep down, you know that everything that you're tripping about is things that you make occur on your own, and it's not necessarily really the reality of your roaming the earth. It's not. So with that being said, peace and love, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that you all are here, and I'm happy that we share amongst each other like we do. And I appreciate the fact that the internet is a place where we're able to be stepping stones for each other, taking turns as each other's stepping stones in everything that we deal with in our lives as adults and as humans all together. So now I'm gone. With that being said, bye y'all.